Yeah, we don't need that loud. My goodness.
So this is going to help you with finding that spot. And then once you find it, you're going to be like, oh my God, why have I not always written like that? Because I don't know, I couldn't imagine writing any other way. And it's funny, like we were talking with Susan last time, is that people teach you how to ride basically for the judge. You know, they don't teach you how to ride for the horse. Like, you want this horse to be your partner, but yet you ride against them, you're all resistance. Is it your boyfriend calling you, huh? Um, let's see. Oh, I have something fun to try. If you want to try something fun, and she likes the ball. See if you can get her, even though we have a pile of manure right there. See if you can get her. Well, you know what? I'll move it because we'll give you a rest spot right here. How's that? This will be your rest spot too. See if you can get her to at least do half of a figure eight, pushing the ball in the figure eight. So, what that's going to require, obviously, is getting her to push the ball. It's also going to require you getting in the right position, because position is going to matter. Once you're in the right position, then you're going to ask her for the push of the ball. So, positioning her body, positioning her intention, and see if you can do, I'd like to see you do a figure eight, but see if you can do at least half of it. You could be anywhere you need to be. Her goal is, well, I want you to be like the distance of the cones away from her. Yeah, so it's more like you're guiding her instead of, because I mean, yeah, we could take her and set her at the ball and then wait it out, but instead I'd like you to like tell her nose to come to the ball. Yeah, right there. She comes forward, and she just thought about doing, so be ready for that. And say, no, 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 don't go forward. And this is where you can be polite and be like, no, 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 you're on the wrong path. As opposed to waiting for them to make the mistake and then having to get mad at them. So, like, she's already got the, when you tell me to do something, my action is going to be forward first. So just be ready to tell her, no, 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 wait, I need you to listen to me. Just, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt that she's comfortable and that she's just going to need you to be very, very clear. And like I said, interrupt the thought to do something wrong before she has to be told she made a mistake. So you can, as soon as you tell her to come to the ball, you can kind of give her a backward feel. Or you can give her a backward feel now, but I don't know about rocking her back. Just kind of give her a little bit, hey, wait, this may not be what you think. It's kind of like a free, don't assume yet. Okay. Yep, good, good. Yep, see how she thought backwards instead? Good. Yep. Good girl. Good girl, that was silly. Oh, back foot and everything. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Good girl, that was funny. Okay. So you can go ahead and you can just guide her from there to the next part of it. Yep. Yep. Now, did you tell her to do anything with her feet yet? Might be why she walked forward. The only thing is that you didn't actually tell her to do something with her feet, so it's not fair if you were waiting for her to do something with her feet. Because truthfully, she did the right thing by not going anywhere until she was waiting for that instruction. You ever take that test where they tell you to put your name on, like it's a test in school, and you have to answer all these questions, and it's teaching you about following instructions. And the very bottom one says the only thing you need to do is put your name on this paper. You've done that one? Okay, so the fact that she's read the instructions and she's waiting for her, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like, I like that she did that. She didn't leave until you didn't tell her to leave, and then you kind of took up the energy trying to do. Yeah, well, I knew you wanted her to leave, but you didn't tell her. She's got to get it now. No, we can just gradually, hopefully not lose as much control of it. Yep. So now, what would be your best bet, being that she's using her feet mostly? What do you think position for her would be better? So if she's using her front feet, I would almost always want her direct on the ball so that we can get the ball to go where we want it to go. So if she stays right there, she's likely to keep pushing it that way. And she knows that the game has something to do with the ball because it keeps reappearing. So just give her a little bump because she's clueless as to that you're giving her some different instruction. So that's why she's just trying whatever with her front feet. Good. Now you can ask her to back up. You got it, good girl. Now, if we can make her go sideways, because you're going to still be better off having her tail point to the camera or close to it. So I would almost ask her to go sideways and then get her tail going slightly more that way, and then see if you can engage her with the ball. So this is the one thing, good girl, good. Because see, now you notice how you didn't want her to walk. Okay, so that's why there's a big difference between I want you to walk and I don't want you to walk. So it's important that we make sure that, because she's right. But if she had just stood there and didn't do anything, she'd probably still be right too. But if she left, she wouldn't be wrong either, because last time it meant leave too. You see what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that we can keep it really clear. I would almost back her up a step so we can set her up better to how close she is to the ball. Because if you can approach her to the ball, she'll have a better understanding that it has something to do with the ball. We'll see. Get her one more step closer. Try to at least do a front and then hind. Like try to do it where we're trying to get her to go sideways. Yep. So put your focus on her rib cage and see if you can ask her to just go sideways. Yep. Keep telling her front feet what to do, and then focus on her rib cage. Yep. 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 Give her little bumps so the hind end can catch up. Good. Good girl. Back her up a step now. Back her up before she pushes it the wrong way. So she's going to need to do another sideways. Yep. Yep. Bump her so the hind end catches up. If the hind end can catch up. She does know it's something to do with the ball, but we want to be able to control how she approaches it. Yes, you can do it. She's like, I got this. Nope. She's still not in a good position. Yep. She actually needs to be, like, from where she's sitting, she needs to be like 9 o'clock. Or 10 o'clock. Yeah? Her body's in action, even though her feet haven't moved. The message is she just doesn't know what to do with her feet yet. So allow that rope to get a little bit longer so you can encourage her rib cage. Yep. All you do is you open your hand more and it'll get longer and longer. There you go. Yep, now she's thinking about it. Give her a little bump, say, excuse me, we are talking. Yep, there you go. Yep, yep, yep. She just doesn't know what to do, that's okay. Just keep asking and just be consistent about it so that, see, she's just looking for an answer. She's not doing anything wrong by not going anywhere. The fact that the message is getting to her feet doesn't mean that she's being bad, it means that she's trying something. She just doesn't, she's not trying the right thing, that's all, but we're not. You can bump her to say, keep trying, because that's what I usually do when I bump them in a case like this, it's to say, I realize that you've tried, but you didn't find the answer yet, so keep trying. Like, it's to say, keep trying, you'll get it, keep trying, there you go. Yep, see, now she's going to keep trying, yep. Hind heel. She knows it has something to do with the ball, so she's kind of like pissed off that you're not just letting her go to the ball. But we're trying to direct her body first, so she has to not assume the game is what she thinks. Yep, front feet, you might try to help her understand that her front feet have to go too. She's not trying at all now. Yep, there you go, now she's going to try. So her brain's on it, but nothing else. Like, she does understand you want something. Tap her shoulder. But you have to actually do something, not just think about it. Yep. 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 Keep thinking, girl. She's a little distracted. I don't know if she can see Julie or not. There you go. Now she's, oh, it got to her knee. You see how it got there, and she didn't know what to do. And now it's like back up in her high shoulder. Yep, now it's coming down to her knee again. Good. Hind heel. Good, now back. Now back, and then you're going to ask her to come to the ball. Now ask her shoulder to guide her shoulder over a little bit now. Yep, good girl. Nope, not yet. You want her shoulder to move, but make sure you have enough drift in that line, your hands loose enough that when she does go to move that way, she can go and you don't catch her in the face and stop her. Okay, yeah, it's in the opposite knee. Yep, good, and stop. Good, now, yep. She's going to do it on her own, it's okay. Yeah, she's determined that she knows there's something to do with the ball. Good girl. So now ask her to step forward, and she'll kick it. The wrong way, but she did kick it. Good girl. Okay, so we're going to give you another chance to kick it the right way. Okay, kick it the right way. Go ahead and ask her to take a step forward. She should kick it with that opposite foot. She's picking up her hind feet funny. She must have thought the ball was still under her. So say, yep, say, no, you missed it. You missed my mark here. There you go. Good girl. Okay, now take her over in front of the ball again. No, don't stick in the cone. I don't know why these horses always, just stick in the cone. Girl. No, silly, that's not what we're playing with. Yeah? Yeah, I would, you could even almost half circle her and then hind heel her, because now you can want her butt kind of at that vent. Like, just like send her, and then hind heel her. Like, send her that way, and then hind heel her so she's still not far, just so you can tell her to move her feet this time. Yep. Good. Now, invite her to the ball. Girl. Yep, she's going to miss it. There we go. Oh. Yep, here we go. Woo, good girl. Okay, now your position's going to matter because you want her to bring it back this way. So hind heel her, get her where she's completely facing this way now. Careful she doesn't just automatically jump on that ball. Yep. Good. Back. so much movement. Okay. Yep. Just carefully don't accidentally pull her from it. Okay? There. Good girl. Give her a rub because that was hard for her. She didn't want to do wrong. She wasn't, she just really wasn't understanding what you're trying to tell her to do. Good. Okay, now ask her to go to the ball. Yep. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yep. 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 Back. Good. Back. Now she's got to send it between the two cones. And then you can be done. Yep. Good girl. Yep, she gets it. Good girl. One more step and she'll kick it. Oh, good girl. Yep. Yep. If she wants to move it with her nose, she can. Yep. By default, let her get it one time intentionally. She got it by default that time. Ask her to either push it with her nose or push it with her foot. And then we'll let her. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yay! Good girl. Yeah, she stays fairly engaged through it too, like she's like, okay, I guess I'm still supposed to do something with that ball. Okay. Alright, we can hop on. You bring your helmet. You're not going to be a helmet girl. That's the nice thing about bareback pads too, is that they don't have to be crazy tight. Must be nicer than a new snap. Yeah. And then you definitely always want this pointed to the chin, because when you pull back, you don't want it poking in the throat. Yep. Because you're never going to pull it forward. You never stab her in the chin with it. Hi. No, because we're going to stay this way anyway. There's no fork in here, I don't think. This is the 9-foot reins, right? You didn't get the 12-foot, right? I mean the 11. No, I like the 9 foot. I don't like the 11-foot reins. Yeah, I don't know. What size did you get? Were those the 11 or the 9? Okay, yeah, they're good. How come as soon as you get on her, she's like, I need you to help me help her. Okay, we're gonna work it out. Yeah. Okay, so balance point, extremely important now, obviously. Go ahead and then walk her out, but just let her, so you can feel her move you. And really, you're gonna, your upper body's gonna still look like it's supposed to. Apparently, you need rainbow. I don't need exercise. I get plenty. So. I used to do this with one of the horses, and she would ride and not hold, like she wouldn't hold on to the reins. And I'd run, she'd run. Yeah, the game stopped being fun. The running into me part, I don't get that. Okay. Am I like your new best friend or what? Well, she doesn't even come very friendly. She kind of just comes at me. Okay. Okay. You need to play with her now. Okay? Girl, though, that's nice if you didn't want to be with me that much. I'm out of breath. That's your turn to do all the work. Okay. Good girl. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make you like this stuff too. Okay, so get a feel for corners, so do some circles around the jumps, and just get a feel for how she moves you. And then this is the best way to get for doing it in the saddle because you can't feel as easily in the saddle. So I love the bareback couch for this reason. Just really soften from your belt line down, if not from your bra strap down, and just let her move you. Don't move, don't do it. Let her do it, okay? And then, huh? Style. I think it's okay. Yeah, like the style of the pad. So even a sponge might help. Or the other thing next time. But yeah, it's just a... I'm not even kind of... Here. Right? Yeah, why don't we try that just so that this experience has to be pleasant from the beginning. She apparently wants to be with me anyway. Silly. Oh, now nobody's on you, it's different? Look, nobody's on her and now she's... Only when somebody's on you, you want to chase me around? Huh? I think these are 11 foot. That looks like it's 11 feet.
Sorry, I didn't have that little bit last night.
Oh, you want to do that while I forgot where she was going. Oh, she didn't go very far. Okay.
Wheelbarrow? What? Usually it's better.
Score! And she blocked it again. Score! Yeah, once you were, I think these are 11 foot. Do you want me to get one set? Okay. You might want to send the other one back for 9. Just a lot of rain for no reason. Do it by yourself. Or you get the other one back. It's not even 2 minutes. Yeah, just the craftsmanship of that seems it's a shame because you kind of want the bareback pad to just be that a bareback pad, but sponge or this is perfect to block it from. What's popping over there? Ah. I think I figured it out. When this line touches the antenna wire, it seems to crackle. I might have figured it out. I have even looked at the iPad thing. Like, I'm gonna figure this stupid thing out, and it's the last thing I do. That's not the answer then. Is that your boyfriend calling you? Where did my rainbows go? Somewhere. Twice and then do your bow tie. I do. Oh, you're right. I was saying no, not me. No. Last time I had to fix the other mic, didn't I? There's no reason for this. My glasses are off. I hope that's not the reason. Huh? I know. What is the mad rush for me and every time the back? That's gonna be annoying.
You're not gonna follow me over here. Why? Why me? I have gotten wise to this, and I bring alternatives. You will not defeat me today.
Okay, we're gonna try that. Okay, well, get her out there and do some circles around everything but me. You wouldn't want me to go to shows with you. She'll be like, I'll try not to move, because it seems like when I move, it gets her attention. Now, because we know she wants to come this way, see if you can maintain your rhythm in the direction you want to go. So look where you're planning on going. Look where you're planning on going, and then look with your head, your shoulders. Yeah. Good. And make sure I'm not saying this because it's happening, I'm just saying make sure that she moves you and you do not move yourself, because you can change the rhythm or change how it feels to her by moving ahead of her. Okay, when I said we would be friends, it cannot be like this. I love that you want to be with me. I do. It's funny because I'm going to tell you when I tell everybody that rides my horse, who we call Kirsten Sauer. This is how it got invented. I always tell people the first couple rides you ride are going to be really frustrating because he's going to keep coming to me. But you'll know if you're improving. It's like almost a gauge. You'll know if you're improving, if you can keep him from needing to be with me. But you already have a relationship with her. She's a sweet girl. But you need to go. Yeah, okay. Well, I actually have that with another horse that we're rehabilitating. I am the rest spot. So when he does good for her, he gets to come to me. So it is what we do. So if we want to make me the rest spot, that's okay. But you have to work for it. Okay. All right. So the trick is going to to not grip with your legs, because that's true bareback riding. Because your legs are going to be necessary for communicating. So if you grip with your legs, then you're going to only make her go faster or confuse her. And then when you need to tell her to do something, she's going to be so desensitized to your legs, it's not going to be. With your legs? Yeah, it's okay if you steer with your legs. I would rather you steer with your legs, like do your body, your legs, and then the rein. You know, I would prefer that in that order anyway. So if you feel that she's at least, physically warmed up enough, you can start asking her for the trot. But we're going to ask her for transitions within the trot. So we're going to see if we can't get her to go from like a Western pleasure jog, not that ridiculous robotic thing, but just on a nice little jog. And then we're going to see if we can't get her into just a casual trot, like just a comfortable trot. And then we're going to see if we can get her into a working trot. I have a bad habit of walking around, and it's going to make her nuts. But when you were off of her, she didn't want to be with me. Like it wasn't like this magnetic thing. visualizing like going around different things and not spending a lot of time on the rail, and see if we can't get her to do the transitions in the gate and see if we can get her to understand. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna like speed up in your body when you want her to speed up. So you're almost gonna like trot faster in your butt when you want her to trot faster, and then you're gonna trot slower in your butt, or start anchoring yourself more when you want her to slow down, and see if she starts to respond to that. And then and then once she gets to the gate that, you know, the speed of the gate you want, then you're just gonna ride it, the pace that she's moving you. You're not going to move above it or below it or ahead of it or behind it. You're just going to let her move you. Yeah, you can do the rail. I would prefer, because the rail, she doesn't like the rail, so I would prefer kind of still giving her something to think about by going around different stuff. But like you could do the working trot on the rail, but I want to see a transition on the rail too though, like go from the working trot to the jog. So it's an obvious change on the rail, because these, it's going to be harder to see, but on the rail I'll be able to see it better. But I would like to see it like dramatic, not go from working trot to casual trot to a jog. Like I'd like to see like the full different transition. Yep, she's listening. She hears you. Nice. Her relaxing into that's real nice. So now see if you can push her into a nice big trot. There. I saw her response, so I know when you did it. Now see if you can't. You're going to really try to push her along. Without squeezing with your legs, you're going to push her in your drive. She's got more than that. You can go out on the rail even if that'll help you think. Yep, there you go. I saw you ask for more there. I saw you ask for more there. Yep, push, she's got it. Now go down to a tiny, tiny jog. Slow in your body, anchor in your body, anchor, lean back. There you go, there you go. It's okay, it's just she doesn't know what we're asking for, so she read your body as to walk. I won't pet her if she does make it here, because I think that helps the desire. Yeah, you know what, I wasn't even, because she didn't have a bad response, so I didn't, you know, and probably because you weren't thinking about breaking her down to a walk, you know, so you were wanting to stay forward enough in her gait. Let me see, you start off in the jog, go to a fast trot, and she's got a lot more than she's given you. And then see if you can't walk her from a fast trot, and let's see what happens then. Because now I'm going to look for it. It's almost like if I have a hard time articulating some things. I don't want to say, because your butt driving her isn't really as much as like your hip flexors are driving her. So it's almost like you're trying to push her shoulder forward with your hip flexors, so you're trying to like push her forward. I don't really know how to describe it. I just have to, like if you decided you're going to walk faster, you might lean forward and really push. So imagine like that push that you feel. See, I don't know how to articulate it. No. If you have to, you can try to, you'll give her whatever you think you're trying to do first in your body, in your hips, And if that doesn't work, then the next thing is gonna be you'll give her a squeeze. But make sure you do the hips first so she can learn the better deal. Okay, because the squeeze, I want that to be like the last thing she ever has to feel for a go. I'm glad you didn't, because she wasn't quitting her date. I can't pet you. I promise. Have a little talk here. It's almost like she knew she was breathing into it. So just make sure that when you drive her with your hips that you're gonna drive her first, and then you don't even have to wait a long time, like give her like 2-3 strides of no response, and then apply your legs. And apply them, don't squeeze, just let her know they're there, kind of like you're warning her, and then squeeze like after 2 more strides. And then just be careful that you're using enough gas, but not too much gas, because you don't want her to break into a canter. Now, push her down this line. There you go. Now bring her down to a walk. Just stop riding. Ah, nice. I didn't see a lot of rain going on. And she's licking and chewing. So something made sense. This time I want you to start in a jog, so you want to give her just enough gas out of this walk, because she's already got a big walk, so the big walk can turn into a casual trot right off the bat. So you want her to know right now, by kind of offering her a little bit of a tingle on the reins to say, when I ask you to trot, it's not going to be as big as you think. So you're going to just kind of like warn her, it's not going to be big, because trot at the pace that she's going now is going to be a bigger trot. And then see if you can't just have her like almost rise up and tippy-toe into a trot. Yep, you're gonna get it. She's got the idea. Yep, and now ask her to tippy-toe again. Go back down into a nice, yep. Just help her figure it out. So she thinks stop. We don't want her to think walk. Bring her back down. Yep. Nice transition, although we're gonna try to stay at the jog. But that was a really nice transition for you. I'm not going to make eye contact. Yeah, yep. I know I said bring her down, so you might have thought I meant walk. Yeah. No, that's why I didn't correct you, because I know it was probably me. Don't run her into stuff. We want them to go over bridges and things because we ask them to. We have to make sure we don't just deliberately run them into things either. Okay, so again, you're going to try to get that jog right from the walk. So you're going to warn her that she needs to kind of compress her body a little bit, and it's going to be more of an elevated trot under herself. You almost want her to kind of trot in place, but you have to explain that to her. So you're going to, ahead of time, warn her in the reins. You're going to warn her, and then ask her to go. And then as soon as she goes, you're going to ask her to come back to you, because she's going to go bigger, because she's got a nice big walk. So you're going to make sure that you say, but this is more than I was looking for. Already bring her down slower. Yep, there you go, you're just explaining it to her, it's okay. Yep, and the hop is a confusion, so it's nice, it's almost like she's telling us in advance that she's like, that's just confusion, that's okay. And then you're just gonna, as soon as she gets you that nice little jog, you're gonna settle in the best you can to let her know that's it. There, that's nice. That's nice. Let her walk now. She has a lot less. You know what I mean? Like, just like her big trot, she's got a lot more than she's giving you, and she has a lot less than she's giving you. But she settled into that real nice, because I could tell when you started to just let her ride it. So, like, and then she settled into it nice. So you read your horse. Those hops were confusion. Because she didn't know what you wanted, and she was debating whether or not you were asking for